How's it going? Don't worry, the audio quality is not going to be this bad throughout the video. I just needed to re-record the intro, but I'm a bit off location right now, so oh well, this'll have to do. This video is my favorite music of 2018. Pretty simple. Let's jump right into the singles. There we go. And at number 20, we have the best diss track of 2018, The Story of Adidon by Pusha T. Number 19, Almost Had to Start a Fight / In and Out of Patience by Parquet Courts. Number 18, Pearly Gates by US Girls. Number 17, Noid by Eve's Tumor. Number 16, Off Deez by Jid featuring J. Cole. This right here is some speedy hip-hop. And then at number 15, with some of the most mind-melting instrumentation I've heard in my lifetime, I Woke Up in a F***ed Up America by Lonnie Holley. Number 14, we have Stet by Milo. At number 13, this song basically made me give Trench a chance, Levitate by 21 Pilots. It's so good, guys. Just give it a chance. At number 12, we have Cocoa Sugar by Young Fathers. Now, the song does share a name with the LP that they released this year, however, it does not appear. And at number 11, we have Topanga by Trippie Redd. I really wish the rest of the album was as good as this. And number 10, we have Nowhere to Go by Earl Sweatshirt. His long-awaited return began with this single. Number 9, we have Tints by Anderson .Paak, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Number 8, by JPEGMAFIA and Kenny Beats, we have Puff Daddy. I really hope this lands on an album, because as much as I love Veteran, I like this more than most of the stuff on that. Number 7, we have Black Balloons by Denzel Curry. It is so vibrant. The hook is infectious, the verses are dense, and even the GoldLink feature is solid. At number 6, we have Flies by Death Grips. I mean, who needs a genre anyways? Number 5, we have Unmade by Thom Yorke. It does seem so simple, just a Yorke, a piano, and a choir, but it somehow manages to be indescribably beautiful. Number 4, we have Beach, Life, and Death by Car Seat Headrest. The first time I heard this was the single best 13 minutes of February. It really makes me wonder how people even existed before this song came out. The progression of this track is so good. Number 3, we have Millionaire Pedophile by Girls Rituals. Okay, this song is very heavy. It centers on her experiences with abuse and child molestation. The song itself is super glitchy and haunting. It's hard to grasp the emotion in the song. If you want to listen to it yourself, I posted it on the second channel, link in the description. It was previously posted to Bandcamp, but it got taken down, so now that's the only way you're gonna find it, besides Soulseek. It's a tough but very important listen. Number 2, we have Venice by Lana Del Rey. I was not expecting this level of quality from Lana, but here we are. Every one of the 9 minutes is utilized to the fullest, with dreamy guitars and Lana's syrupy voice. Even with this, most of the track is pretty minimal, although there is a heavily distorted electric guitar solo towards the end. I cannot wait for the album. And at number 1, we have Little Dark Age by MGMT. Now, I know it came out in 2017, but here's the thing, I wasn't doing this in 2017. The song is amazing. MGMT always knew how to write incredible pop, but this takes it to a whole new level. All of the elements, the mix on it, the gothic production, the enigmatic lyrics, the bass line. Frankly, this is one of the best uses of synths this decade. What can I say? I adore this tune. Now we got the non-important ones out of the way. Now I can move on to the albums of the year. Oh my god, the albums this year. So much better than 2017. 2018 had so many more amazing ones. First of all, you get a couple honorable mentions out of the way before I get flamed to the moon. So, I listened to the Daughters album. I actually got it on CD the day it came out. I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood for this intense, kinda hard noise rock. The other one I want to talk about is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate OST. I had it downloaded on my computer at a certain point. That How would you even... It was over... I'm pretty sure it was over 1,000 songs. It is insanely impressive, the amount that they were able to pull off. Most of the remixes sound gorgeous, and the selection in general is really good. On to the top 50, that's right, I pulled together 50 albums that I loved this year, and I will be talking about them now. So, to start us off, number 50 is The Sciences by Sleep. Number 49, Oil of Every Pearls on Insides by Sophie. 48, Slide by George Clanton. 47, Trench by 21 Pilots. The high points do make up for most of the crap. Number 46, God's Favorite Customer by Father John Misty. Number 45, Untitled by Me Without You. Number 44, Budding Ornithologists Are Weary of Tired Analogies by Milo. Number 43, Dead Magic by Anna von Hauswolf. I listened to this one super late in the year, probably gonna grow on me a lot more. Number 42, DiCaprio 2 by Jid. Number 41, Tell Me How You Really Feel by Courtney Barnett. At 40, we have Dionysus by Dead Can Dance. 39, Bad Witch by Nine Inch Nails. 38, Nervous Hands by Henri Osborne. 37, A Laughing Death in Meat Space by Tropical Storm. 36, Haru Tashura by Haru Namari. 35, Bark Your Head Off Dog by Hop Along. The songwriting here is excellent. Number 34, In a Poem Unlimited by US Girls. Number 33, now, technically didn't release this year. It missed the mark by a day. I'm just gonna lump it in here. Gumboot Soup by King Gizzard. Number 32, Twisted Crystal by Gorilla Toss. Number 31, Suspiria by Thom Yorke. I listened to this album in my driveway on Halloween with really loud speakers. I sat there for an hour and a half while nobody came trick-or-treating down my street. So lesson learned, if you want to scare off trick-or-treaters, just play some Thom Yorke. Number 30, Aviary by Julia Holter. Number 29, quite a memorable concept album, Punk by Eric Taxon. Number 28, Polychrome by KOAN Sound. Number 27, Paraffin by Armand Hammer. Number 26, Isolation by Caliuchis. And number 25, Myth by Lonnie Holley. A kind of experimental soul jazz album with some wildly unique instrumentation. Number 24, this is the Google translated title, by the way. Like It or Not by...
ゲスの極み乙女
God, I really hope that's how you pronounce it. Number 23, Negro Swan by Blood Orange. There isn't that much revolutionary about this, but it is very well executed. It's solid all around. Number 22, Safe in the Hands of Love by Yves Tumor. There are some gross parts, but the good songs are really good. Number 21, Iridescence by Brockhampton. Basically the entire second half, save for District, is completely untouchable. The first few are just okay. Number 20, again Google translated, Beautiful End Cycle by Gyoko. This album has some crazy ingredients. You got math rock, you got flutes, and Midwest emo, even though they're from Japan. It all just works so well. At number 19, we have Time by Lewis Cole. It's quirky and offbeat, and somehow insanely catchy. Reminds me of Bill Wirtz. Number 18, Endless by Frank Ocean. I don't exactly understand why this is listed as a 2018 album. Number 17, Oxnard by Anderson .Paak. I love each and every track on here except for the last two. However, they are listed as bonus, so I can just ignore them. And that's why I consider it a wonderfully charismatic blend of neo-soul and hip-hop. Number 16, Boarding House Reach by Jack White. Something, you love it or you hate it. I love this album. I don't care what anybody says. It is so fresh and rife with weird ideas. Number 15, you got Yay by Kanye West. There are some days where the lyrics start to get on my nerves, but I think that's part of its charm. The production is great, very minimalist, unlike most of his discography, in fact. Some of it transcends hip-hop entirely, such as the majestic Ghost Town. Number 14, we have 7 by Beach House. It's darker, moodier, and somehow just as immersive as Bloom. A lot of the songs are downright hypnotic with how beautiful they are. And now, number 13, Little Dark Age by MGMT. First 2018 album I listened to, certainly did not disappoint. Synthpop album of the year without a doubt. I love what they do with the gothic theme. Only thing is there are a couple of songs that are a bit annoying. Number 12, 2012 to 2017 by Against All Logic. I did not know jack about house, so of course I loved this. Number 11, Cocoa Sugar by Young Fathers. It's almost like abstract R&B. This album is way ahead of its time. The atmosphere is on point. Number 10. We're finally entering the top 10. Here we go. Some Rap Songs by Earl Sweatshirt. I've already talked about this album a good deal, so I kind of want to use this opportunity to recommend another psychedelic hip-hop album, because, oddly enough, there was a mixtape that came out 20 days after it in the same style that is arguably just as good. I'm talking about War in My Pen by Mike. I do like some rap songs slightly more, but you will definitely enjoy both if you like one. War in My Pen has the better production, but Some Rap Songs has better mixing and lyrics with more memorable one-liners. Number 9, we have Veteran by JPEGMAFIA. Oh man, this album is on the bleeding edge. It's so edgy. I can't believe it. The beats are edgy. The lyrics are edgy. The cover is edgy. Wow. I started listening to it again in November, and even though I really liked it before, I feel like I appreciate a lot more of the super out there aspects even more. Number 8, Avantdale Bowling Club by Avantdale Bowling Club. I was going to make a full video dedicated to this album, but I never got around to it, honestly. So, anyways, when an album is described as jazz rap, it usually means the production samples jazz. In this album's case, however, as far as I can tell, the jazz was performed specifically for the LP. So, in general, the lyrics and the beats blend together in a whole different way from sequenced or sampled beats. The bars on here, rapped by one Thom Scott, hailing from New Zealand, sometimes verge on the classic I'm a spiritual, lyrical, individual, spiritual miracle. What with his eccentric flow styles, but I don't think that meme is applicable here, as he is actually saying meaningful things here, whether it be reflecting on old age, fatherhood, or his many memories on the opener years gone by. Number 7 is Daytona by Pusha T. One of the few releases this year I actually stayed up till midnight. Pusha delivered. The musical embodiment of all killer, no filler. Number 6, Wide Awake by Parquet Courts. And they said indie rock is dead. Quite consistently witty, conscious, rebellious, all the things you need for solid punk rock, even if it's not nearly as intense as other punk albums. Just about every track is instantly memorable, and the singing has such a biting personality to it. The songwriting excuses it for being a bit preachy. Alright, we're in the green, we're in top 5 mode, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5, Kids See Ghosts by Kids See Ghosts. Kanye really managed to iron out literally every single kink in Ye within a mere week. Collaborating with Kid Cudi certainly makes for a more emotionally balanced LP. The production on display is dangerously addictive, despite most of it sounding super unique. Cudi Montage is top 2 for Song of the Year at least. Number 4, Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrest. I know what you're thinking, how did a re-recording make it into his top 5? Well, frankly, I hadn't heard the original Twin Fantasy before this, so the magic was still there for me. I've come to appreciate the last handful of tracks much more. I think they have just as much charm as the rest. Comparing it to the lo-fi version, which I actually have since obtained on white vinyl, it seems like it's improvements all the way around. That's not to say both aren't great on their own, but the face-to-face version removes a botched spoken word passage here and there, and beefs up Prophets with fantastic results. Number 3. Taboo by Denzel Curry. Without a shadow of a doubt, Denzel is the most promising MC working today, Kendrick Lamar notwithstanding. There is not a single track on here where he doesn't bring his A game, whether it be in the studio or even live in concert. I actually saw him perform back in October. The production does draw a lot from his southern roots. He's actually from Florida, although many of the cuts have an incredibly lush, organic sound palette, with a bit of neo-soul mixed in. Like on the amazing Black Balloons, I'm sure I've already praised that song plenty. Number 2, Year of the Snitch by Death Grips. Alright. Almost certainly the most genre-defying album this year. From track to track, it's unremittingly eclectic, and whatever sound they take on, as brief as it may be, is sharp, artificial, and electrifying. Whether it be harsh black metal, synth punk, or noise rock, many of Ride's vocals and instrumentation at some points is compressed to sound distorted and yet more industrial. The otherworldly sample work on Ha 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 give the track an entirely new dimension, with choirs accompanying these unabashedly explicit vocals. The only point where I think the record comes up short is on Show. It's chaotic and unadulterated, but instead of adding up to a banger like in most of the tracks, it just sounds aimless. Other than that, Flies is amazing, Dilemma is near perfect, and Disappointed is a great closer. And finally, number 1, the best album of 2018, Crumbling by Mid-Air Thief. We're here. I've already talked about this album a great deal, but the video I made about it isn't very good, so don't watch it. I am continually stunned at how amazing this record is. Quite a bit of electropop sounds crop up here, but it never becomes detached from its distinctly folk style. What ties it all together for me is how laid back it is, not indulging itself with slews of catchy choruses, instead opting for an ethereal, lush mix of psychedelic synths and mellow guitars. That's not to say this LP doesn't have amazing high points, most notably on Protector, which introduces some soaring, euphoric strings that blow me away every single time without fail. Moments like these are sprinkled throughout the record and make it an all the more gratifying listening experience. I got the Japanese CD, though it is a Korean album. I ordered from Amazon Japan, but I probably could have got a better price on Bandcamp. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. As alluded to in the description, there is in fact a secret song tacked on at the very end, more formless and rough than the others. Most of all, uncharacteristically sinister, a pretty interesting change of pace from the album. Oh man, it's finally over. It's finally finished. My first year-end list of hopefully a long... Yeah, that's 2018. I thought it was a pretty fantastic year music-wise. Anyways, Season 3.5, this is the last new video you're gonna see in Season 3.5. The rest is probably going to be a couple previously unreleased audio from like Season 2 and Season 1. Look forward to that. I'll talk to you again this summer for Season 4.